House prices go up, I'm going to be fucked, basically. A lot of my mates can't afford a house, they've been saved up, which is not enough for a deposit in London. And if house prices go up again, then... So, a lot of my mates come and said to me, how can you protect yourself? Like, the worst thing in the world, everyone wants to buy Bitcoin. Everyone wants to buy things that's up 1,000,000%, which is the stupidest thing to buy. Nobody wants to buy a thing that's down 20%, right? They are designed in such a way as to intentionally make the user into a gambling addict. That's what they want. Crypto people zero. Bitcoin is musical chairs. You go round and you go round and you go, and everybody's hoping they're not the guy holding when it goes to zero. They'll say it, Bitcoin. One day that falls to zero.
Gary Stevenson 来自英国贫民区，在24岁成为花旗银行头号交易员，因为精准预测经济发展，帮公司赚了3500万美元，约11.5亿台币。更是全世界交易量最大的操盘手之一，每天交易量超过170兆台币，彻底翻转了自己和家族的命运。就在前景一片看好时 ，Gary 选择离开花旗银行，开了 YouTube 频道，目前有85万订阅，并写了一本书《The Trading Game》，震惊全球金融界，荣登英国亚马逊企业金融类排行榜第1名。Amazon 上超过2000个评分，获得4.3颗星，可见受欢迎的程度。上个月接受采访，为什么认为普通人不应该学交易，反而会让自己越来越穷？更批评 IG 常见的晒单都是假的，不懂怎么会有人相信？让我更惊讶的是 ，Gary 认为比特币将归零，这是他这辈子见过最大的骗局。为什么？短短1个月吸引超过37万次观看。如果你想买房，却发现薪资永远追不上房价的涨幅；如果你向往带着一台电脑旅居全球，随时交易赚钱，但实际交易却总是赚了又赔，赔的比赚的更多；如果你羡慕 IG 上炫富的生活，期待自己也能天天翻倍获利，却总是遇到诈骗；如果你正在犹豫要不要投资比特币，到底是诈骗还是机会？那这次的影片将会为你揭开金融圈不敢说的秘密。而在影片的最后，我也会分享为什么我依然看好比特币。无论你是支持还是反对比特币，欢迎分享你的观点。嗨，我是 Emma， 带你在币圈趋势中打造属于自己的被动收入。在我们开始前，可以请你帮个忙吗？YouTube 后台显示有 60% 的观众还没订阅频道。如果你喜欢我们的影片，免费支持我们的方式就是点下订阅按钮，每周日都能收到币圈最新的消息，更不会错过任何的财富密码哟。谢谢。
Why do you sort of think that people shouldn't learn how to trade?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that question because obviously it's a trading podcast and I have a lot of concerns about the increased popularity of trading for ordinary people as it's become very popular for young men across the world, UK, US, lots of places. So at the beginning of COVID, that was when I started to write publicly. And I started writing for The Guardian, and I had a few articles that did quite well, and then I started my YouTube in June 2020. And at the beginning of COVID, I was very worried that we would have an economic crisis. And I made a lot of predictions. My background is a trader, right? I do YouTube now, but my background is a trader. What I think I'm good at is making economic predictions. And I came out and said, we're going to see a massive increase in inequality, we're going to see a collapse in living standards, we're going to see a big increase in inflation. And I also made some more like market-specific predictions. I said you're going to see a big increase in house prices, you're going to see a big increase in the gold price, you're going to see a big increase in stock prices. And the big thing which hit my friends, a lot of my friends, was, am I allowed to swear on this?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck me, if house prices go up, I'm going to be fucked, basically, because I'm 38 now, beginning of COVID, I was 34, 33, this kind of thing. And a lot of my mates, especially in London, house prices crazy, can't afford a house, they've been saving, maybe they've got 60, 70k saved up, which is not enough for a deposit in London. And if house prices go up again, then I can't buy a house. So a lot of my mates come and said to me, how can I protect myself? House prices are going to go up, I'm not ready to buy a house yet, deposit's not big enough. And I, with my kind of trader hat on, answered quite honestly. And in hindsight, I would say quite naively. I was like, well, and I just told them what I was doing, which is like, it's quite difficult to hedge yourself against property because it's not actually very easy to put a market bet on house prices. I've been looking for an instrument to do that and it's not easy to do. but you can put you very easily bet on other asset prices, and house prices are connected to other asset prices. So at the beginning of COVID, what I did was I put a massive bet on the gold price to go up, and we can see in hindsight now that's been a very, very, very good bet, and I made a lot of money from that. But it's kind of funny now because I see how naive I was. I just said to my friends, "Oh, you can do what I'm doing if you want. You can open IG Index, spread betting account, and you can put a massive bet on the gold price." And I see now how stupid that was, right? But of course, fucking good trade recommendation. I made a lot of money on that trade. A very, very, very good trade recommendation, right? And I give a couple of my mates this advice, and then you just go and you're busy and you just, you forget about it. And gold went up about 20-25%, and then it dropped about 5%. And when it dropped 5%, both of these guys like messaged me independently, "What the fuck do you do?" And I was like, "You don't do nothing, mate. If you want, you can buy a little bit on the dip, but like you're up 25%, you're down 5%, there's volatility, it doesn't go up in a straight line." And then both of them were like, "No, mate, I'm done." And I was like, "How the fuck can you be done? Like, it's up 25%, it's down 5%, you're up 20%. And they're like, and both of them had done basically exactly the same thing, which is when I bought gold, it was collapsing, all right? Which is when you want to fucking buy something, by the way. But nobody wants to buy it when it's collapsing. And it sounds like a dumb trade recommendation. Well, why would I want to buy it? It's like, everyone wants to buy the thing that's expensive. Everyone wants to buy the worst thing in the world. Everyone wants to buy Bitcoin. Everyone wants to buy the thing that's up 1,000,000%, which is the stupidest thing to buy. Nobody wants to buy the thing that's down 20%, right? So everyone was like, "No, I'm not buying that. That's bullshit." So they wait, it goes up 5%. And then they're like, "Oh, fuck, I should have bought it. But it's too late now." Then it goes up another 5%. And they're like, "Fuck, I'm going to buy it." So they miss the first 10% straight away. And they buy a little bit. And then it goes up 5%. And then they're like, "Oof, I should have bought more." They buy a little bit more. Then it goes up another 5%. They buy a little bit more. Then it goes up another 5%. And this insane thing happens where they believe that they are a genius. And this is this classic trade. And it's like, all these guys have done is they've got a mate who's a very good trader and has given them a trade recommendation. They've already fucked the recommendation up because they missed the first 10%. And then it goes up. There's this internet meme where like somebody gives someone a thing and says, "I made this." And that person's holding it and they're like, "I made this." And this is exactly what happened, right? Like, they fucked up the trade recommendation. They didn't follow the trade recommendation. They picked the worst possible time, which is when it's bubbly, and then they decide that they are a trading genius. They treble their position. They buy fucking silver. They buy palladium. They buy Bitcoin. They buy Tesla. They buy all of the worst things in the world. And then there's a collapse, and then they're wiped out. And this is just... These are otherwise intelligent people. And they've made a number of stupid mistakes there, which are classic. I realize now, classic trading mistakes, which are like, there's this old phrase in markets. If you don't know who the idiot is at the poker table, it's you, all right? If you've got a mate who was one of the best traders in the world, and he gives you a trading recommendation, put it on in a size you can manage and never open that app ever again. That's what you do. Because you're not the fucking trading guru he is. Don't pretend you are. But what I realize now is these apps, they are designed in such a way as to intentionally make the user into a gambling addict. That's what they want. They want you. What they did is exactly what the trading app wants, right? Which is you suddenly decide, "I'm a fucking trading guru, and I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna sell that, and they want you to be sitting there every day, They want to turn you into a gambling addict. And so I realize now, these are close friends of mine. So they have direct access to a very, very, very good trader. They received an extremely good trading recommendation and they lost all their money. And that is why I am very, very... And I'd like to point out, by the way, these guys getting their trade recommendation off of me, all right? I don't make no money off their trade recommendation, right? They're my mates. I want them to do well, and it was a good trade recommendation.
真的，我完全同意。普通人别再浪费时间学交易了。 因为交易最难的地方不是技术，而是人性。这正是90%的人无法克服的心理弱点，一不小心就掉入赌博的陷阱，别说赚钱了，还越亏越多，导致心情更差。但残酷的现实是，贫富差距持续扩大，通膨和房价仍飙涨，如果不改变，只能等着被淘汰。那我们该怎么办呢？让钱为你工作，而不是每天为钱工作。所以今天我想把最新写的这本书《自由》免费的送给你，分享了过去10年我是如何从每天工作12小时的上班族，到现在开除老板，每天睡到自然醒，并分享4个投资币圈前的关键问题，以及5种常见的币圈投资策略，我实际投资后的成果和优缺点，让你在投资前先了解风险，确认适合自己再投资。你可以在资讯栏的第1条连结中免费领取自由，只要按照书中的步骤投资，相信不用30天，你就能成为前10%投资赚钱的赢家。来自台湾、杜拜、香港等超过60位的上班族们都已经达成了。下一位投资币圈赚钱的会是你吗？
Most people are getting their advice from basically some comment on Instagram. I got a friend and he was sending me Instagram stories of this guy, and this guy was showing his trades that he's done, and he's like, I've made money 127 days in a row. He's putting the trades up. Let me tell you what the trade was. He would go short gold, he would sell gold in massive size, and he would buy the gold back 0.1% lower. That's what he would do. That's in unbelievably enormous size. And every time he did that, he would make $1,500. All right? That's the stupidest fucking trade in the world. And you will make money. You could make money every day for 2 years doing that. What happens the day? Because of course it's bouncing up and down, it's bouncing up and down, it's bouncing up and down, right? And you're gonna almost always you're gonna catch that 0.1%. 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 One day, you're gonna catch it at the moment that it doesn't go down, and it goes up, and it goes up more than 0.1 fucking percent. It goes up 1%, and you're waiting. And it goes up 2%, and you're waiting. 5%, 10%, and then you lose everything you ever made. And it's so easy for that guy on the internet to be like, I made money 150 days in a row. And yet I get messages from people all the time that have been falling for this. Selling volatility, selling options. You sell extremely unlikely options. Disaster trade. And I'll say it, Bitcoin. You know, that one day that falls to zero. And it goes up and it goes up and it goes up and you make money, it goes money. And the whole game, that Bitcoin is musical chairs. Bitcoin is musical chairs. You go round and you go round and you go, and everybody's hoping they're not the guy holding when it drops to zero. And it's so easy to sell these trades because all of these trades are designed such that everybody makes money until everybody gets killed. But they look great. They look great on the internet. You know, that you can say, I've made X amount of money. And I get the guys in my inbox that get killed on them. Okay, right, you know, you're lucky Bitcoin hasn't been killed yet. Trump coin's killed. You know, all these other coins, they get killed. And you just wait. There was one coin that basically bankrupted half the fucking Philippines. Wow. But eventually it dropped.
Gary 这里说的币，我猜测是指 AC Infinity 的游戏代币 SLP。AC Infinity 是一款非常受欢迎的区块链游戏，特别在2021年，有35%的玩家是来自菲律宾，透过玩游戏赚生活费，甚至红到菲律宾政府表示要课税。但是 SLP 币价波动大，2021年最高曾到 0.4 美元，之后币价暴跌 99%， 最低曾到 0.001 美元，几乎归零。影响最大的当然就是菲律宾人。
This is what I always say to these crypto boys, right? If that hits zero, crypto can hit zero. I think it will hit zero.
Why do you think that?
It don't exist, mate. Listen, this is what I always say about crypto, right? Imagine you're Satoshi Nakamoto, right? Probably I don't need to tell you who that is.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Guy who founds crypto. You make up something for free, costless to make. People are paying you for it. Fucking hell. Oh my God. The amount you've got on paper, suddenly it's worth like £500,000. Talk about the early days. fucking up, £500,000. 5 million quid maybe. But as soon as you start selling it, you might get 200 grand, 300 grand. You can't sell 5 million quid. What are you going to do? If it were me, I'd sell 50 grand. Advertising. Future of money, mate. Look how much it's gone up. I'd use a bit of money to stabilize the price. I might even artificially try and push it up a bit, get a bit of a bubble on it. It's gone up. Sell a bit more advertising. Get more kids in. Sell a bit more advertising. Get more kids in. Sell a bit more advertising. My whole plan would be, how much of this can I get in the hands of idiots, and how much of their money can I take? And I would just run it up, and I'd stabilize the price, and I would advertise it, and I would tell people it's the future of money, and I would tell people this is going to save the world. And if I made enough, I might think, fuck, maybe I could fund a presidential campaign. I'm going to get him in, and I'm going to make the government buy it. It's a fucking scam, mate. It's the biggest fucking scam I've seen in my fucking life. And if I was Satoshi Nakamoto, just like all the other coins, my aim would be get as much of this money, of this fake money, in the hands of the world's young, hopeful men. Get them to pay me their real money. Use that to buy the stock market. Use that to buy gold. Use that to buy land. Use that to buy houses. All you would be thinking is, how can I advertise this? How can I get it out? And I know people will turn around and say, he hasn't sold it. Well, it's very easy to fucking short sell it. Because you can look at his account and say he hasn't sold it. Short sell it. Borrow someone else's crypto and sell it. Sell derivatives. You can easily cover your exposure. You don't need to sell it. For me, if you want to do due diligence on an investment, the first thing you want to check is, does it exist? This is points on the internet, mate. And I know people will turn around and say, money is also points on the internet. Well, don't fucking invest in money then. Buy fucking real assets. Buy the stock market. Buy gold. Buy property. Buy land. Buy natural resources. That's what the rich people do. That is what the rich people do. Listen, Donald Trump, is he buying crypto or is he selling crypto?
Seems to be selling it.
He's selling it. Follow the money, mate. This guy made billions selling that. Real money. And he's going to use that real money to buy real assets. And the people that bought that crypto have lost that real money now. Just be careful what you buy.
你认同 Gary 的看法吗？你觉得比特币会归零吗？我认为不会，因为比特币是真正的资产。但什么是资产？资产是指能帮我们赚钱的东西，像是 Gary 分享的股票、房地产。因为持有苹果股票而享受股价上涨并获得股利，或是买房享受房价上涨并收房租。而比特币在过去14年价格上涨超过8000倍，造就了无数位亿万富翁，让大家无法忽视它的影响力。更重要的是，因为比特币是透过区块链技术而产生独一无二的加密货币，总量只有2100万颗，具备资产很重要的稀缺性。相反的，我们常使用的法定货币，像是美元和新台币，却持续贬值。因为法币是由政府控制，会持续印钞，通膨率大约是2到3%，导致货币不断贬值。像是美元在过去100年来贬值超过96%。虽然银行存款看起来一样，但购买力却不断缩水，是不是超可怕？是。像是这张图，完美说明美元和比特币的差异。随着时间，100美元能买的东西越来越少，但一颗比特币现在竟然能买3台车，并且比特币成为世界前9大的资产，市值甚至超越台积电、特斯拉等知名公司。关键是，这还只是开始。又像是跟房子比较，2012年需要超过5万颗比特币才买得起美国房子，2024年只需要5颗比特币就能买得起。而且我也不认同比特币只是网络上的数字，所以并不存在的看法。1990年网络刚兴起时，大家都认为网络是诈骗，谁会在网络上买东西？但到了2025年的现在，看看满街的虾皮就知道了，谁不在网络上买东西？而且2024年全球金融有了重大的变化，比特币不再只是少数人参与，而是来自全球霸主美国以及传统金融巨头贝莱德的加入。 与其探讨比特币会不会归零，我认为这更是时代的改变。关键是10年后，你会庆幸自己现在做对决定，还是只能看着别人变成亿万富翁，后悔自己现在没行动？
可是 Emma， 我也想行动，但币圈的波动真的太大了，一天就上涨下跌超过10%以上，我真的受不了。
难道在币圈就一定要面对这么高的波动吗？有没有不论比特币上涨或下跌时都能持续获利的方法呢？还真的有。透过放贷，将资金借给交易员，每天就能赚到稳定的利息，报酬率高于股票和房地产，但风险远低于直接投资比特币交易合约。再也不用担心晚上睡觉时手机通知币价暴跌亏钱，而是每天早上起床时账户就自动多了一笔收入。最重要的是，再也不用看老板脸色就能帮自己加薪。去年我还受邀到香港分享币圈投资经历，希望能避免新手再犯下我过去的错误，不用走弯路就能在币圈投资赚钱，过上每天睡到自然醒的生活。所以我准备了一个45分钟的免费影片，分享自己是如何从什么都不懂的币圈韭菜，到现在成功打造一份稳定安心的被动收入。你可以在资讯栏的第2条连结中找到。不再担心高波动，只要30天就能在币圈安心赚钱。所以你认为比特币会归零吗？ A 会， B 不会。欢迎在底下留言分享你的看法。我是 Emma， 还会继续分享关于币圈投资、被动收入的经验。记得按赞、订阅、开启旁边的小铃铛，并打开全部，还有 follow 我的 IG 哦，那你就不会错过这些知识了。我们下周见，拜拜。